Hello, it's me again, Dr. George Mochocki. How you doing? I guess Harper canceled class again last Tuesday because of cold weather. I think it's 25 degrees below zero right now. So let's see what we're going to be doing here. Uh, we're going to go to make this up. We're going to do a discussion board like we did last week. I've got some YouTubes for you to look at, and you make your comments and you respond to the other one to make up 30 points. The other 10 points and 10 points from last time, since we didn't come to class, is basically we're going to have a virtual meeting. But what I want you to understand is this is a blended class, which means half online, half face-to-face. Because of the weather and the cancellation, you're not going to lose a beat. Some classes I have to make up the time, so it means I have to give you an extra day going to class or nighttime in this case. Because we could just shift this over to more of an online aspect, then no time. You'll still finish within the next, I think it's a 7 week class. This is our third week. We'll still finish in 4 weeks. Okay, so, but part of this, I want to try out something which is Blackboard Ultra. Collaborate. It's an online, like a Go meeting. I've been playing with this because I do teach online classes, this Intro to Finance class online, and I'm trying to put in more of a lecture type presentation. So I'm still working with it, trying to work out the bugs to be a little bit comfortable. But this will be a new experience for you because a lot of times some of you are already going to meetings online through your company, through Go Meeting or other kind of platforms that are out there. So let's see how this works. So I'm going to first show you how to log in and set up the camera, everything else for tonight's class is going to be what do you call it? Tonight's Wednesday, January 30th from 6:30 to 7:30. It's going to be a question. Dr. George, how are we going to keep up on our major project? What do we have to do as a team? Remember, this is all done also strictly online, what you call virtual teams. Usually I was trying to give you time in the classroom and help you along, but since it is what it is. But you have to remember, part of business is that we have contingency plan. And here with this contingency plan, you're not going to miss a beat. You're still going to learn. Okay, you still got your homework, everything else. Okay, so we're going to go into our classroom. Where the heck are we? Here we go. All right, you're going to log in like you normally do. I'm recording this live, okay? And those of you who know me, I don't do any editing. Okay, I'm going to try to keep this under 15 minutes. And what you're going to do today at 6:30, 15 minutes before 6:30, so 6:15, you have the ability to come in here and you're going to come into Blackboard Collaborate for the meeting. I set it all up one shop stopping so you don't have to worry. So go like you normally do, go into your weekly assignments. Remember, your My Finance Lab for week 3 is already prepared. The discussion board, you can come here directly, regularly done for week 3, what you have to do. But you're going to come in here because you want to look at the YouTube. So you're going to click on your weekly assignments. And what you're going to see, I'm going to put myself in the student mode to make sure everything's working. So when I see this yellow, I'm in the student. I would have recorded this earlier, but my Comcast was out this morning, so I had no internet. All right. Figures, it's too cold. Okay, so here's my announcements. You have my announcements, what we're going to do, because we canceled. You're going to go into, because I'm as a student, you're going to go into a weekly assignment, and you notice the only weeks you have, this one should be turned off, you're going to have is week 3. I'll turn off the other ones. Now I know which ones are on. You're going to click on week 3. We have chapter 7, 8, 9, and 11, 12, and 13. I'm going to be focused more on the YouTubes and everything else that you're going to have in here on 7, 8, 9. This is the Blackboard Collaborate. I'm going to go forward. Later on, if I don't, time. Here's the discussion board, similar to the other one. Look at the YouTube. Here's where my finance side. Remember, anytime you see this, the link means it's just a link to in here. You could go here directly. Here are the quick, how to invest in stock. This is I want you to understand, this is a quick, easy video. It's by a person that's only 22 years old. And for some of us, a lot of this is like my son, my grandson, everything else. There's younger people in our class. But what I want you to understand, here's how he did it from a younger person. So it's not like, hey, I've got the experience. Here, he walks you through it. Nice job. 15 minutes, 17 minutes. Good. Quick overview. Then you have my BS doctor. He's going to be talking about dividends and why the company split. Part of the thing is stocks are stocks IPOs. IPO is an initial public offering. A company can issue IPOs as often as you can. When you're doing your major project, the stock market's the stock of that company is going down. How do I bring the value of the stock? It's not just by selling it lower because it's already at the bottom. It's losing money. So you have to look at like the project, the employees, new markets, financial statements, getting out of debt, whatever it is to make the company look good. Okay. And now the other thing of getting the cash flow, and I'm just doing with the YouTube just in case I get around it, is just how to reduce inventory. Excellent 5 minutes. Now he's talking. Remember when this class, you know the financial statements. You read it and everything else. Even from last week's discussion, people were going, "Oh man, I wish I would have looked at these videos before I had accounting." Accounting is looking strictly at the numbers. Here's what's coming in, and here it is. They're looking at the numbers, telling you how to solve the numbers, get your ratio. Finance is understanding what those numbers mean. What the heck do I do? If I want to change my ratio so they're positive, or my turn for inventory, how do I do that in the everyday life? So I understand how the numbers came there, so I know how to change them. Okay, so this one tells you how to make it what they call is feed through or sell through for the week instead of at the year end. How a business owner could maintain and keep his inventory turnaround larger, so you have more cash flow coming in, and that cash flow could help you when you're going to do an internal rate of return on your capital spending. And again, you've got these videos, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, real easy. This one here is a stock, this one here is internal rate of return, and this one here is valuing a business, or what they call free cash. There's no free cash. It means I have cash that was tied up in either accounts receivable or tied up in some project. How can I free that cash? That's what the inventory turnover. How can I free that cash so I could use the cash now? So it's not free cash. It means free cash I could utilize and still have it tied up in my operation. That's all of it. Now the other chapters that we were covering is on here 11, 12, and 13. Now those chapters there, one was on systematic and the systematic risk. Part of finance is how to maintain the risk. So systematic risk happens to everybody. The inflation, recession, it hits all industry. You prepare for it, but that's like you're doing. You have your savings or everything else. Now, unsystematic risk, that basically means for the industry. This auto industry drop, but the other industries are good. So how do I minimize the risk on that? That's why companies diversify by buying other stocks or having other operations. Okay, so this is going to be your homework and everything else. Okay, so you know what to do. Finance. I also created in here, you have the mind maps, the concept maps that I give you for all chapters. Click on that, remember, and you have it for every chapter, and it's basically in a PDF file. So we're doing chapters 7. Let's go evaluation, and you can print this out to look at the copy. It's going to come out in here. Yours may open up right away, just the way I have this one set up, and print them out. So it gives you all the information that you need on here, and this is your vocabulary for the word. Save this, because when you're writing your major paper, you have to have, for lack of better words, let's see, let me go back in here, close this off. All right, so you're going to have to use the vocabulary and concept. Okay, so let's go back to our weekly assignments. Remember, everything you could do is through here. I made a one-stop shopping here, so you know what videos to look at, and you do your write-up. So we're back in week 3. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to Blackboard Collaborate today at 6:30. And so 15 minutes earlier, you're going to set up a camera. If you don't have a camera, I'll show you what to do. You still have to have a computer. If you have a laptop, you have the camera, everything else in there. I'm in the student mode, so I'll show you how how we'll be able to do this. Work it. So I'm going to click on here. When I click on here, is all, or you could click here to either way. This way makes it easier. Some students, remember, I'm preparing you. I teach online, so a lot of online students rather just go through this directly instead of going through my weekly assignment tab. But I'm going to click on here, so you're going to come in here, 6:37. You got to set up your camera. If you don't have a camera, that's okay. If you have a mic, that's okay. If you have a laptop, you all have that in there. Some of you, like I have a desktop. Here's a camera. You can just plug these in. I think they're like $20. Something nice. If you have a desktop and don't have a laptop, get used to it, because you could do Skypes, you could do everything else. Going to business, some of the other classes, you need this way as part of your online classes or part of working at work. Okay, so I'm going to click on here. Remember, it's going to bring me into here. Now I'm going to go through the test mode. Now you're going to see this management. This is where you're going to come in here, and I got to get out of here for a second, class. 1 second. Let me just exit preview. I put it in a test mode to show you, but as a test mode, you don't see it. So again, I'm in my weekly assignments. I'm back as an instructor, but that's fine. Okay, because I don't want to stop it and re-record it on here. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to go in here, and I did the test mode. Oh, I don't even have it. Oh, geez. Okay, so let me do it. I'm going to create a session, and I'm going to do a test. This is me, so I could do, walk you through tests. Okay, stars, N119, oh, that's right, N, let's see what happened. Okay, it's just me, save. 1 second, we're live here, remember? I'm working live at you guys. So I got this in progress. Now I'm going to go back into student mode, okay? So now I'm a student. Now I'm going to, everything I said before, just pick up with me. I'm going quickly. You can stop me and come back. Okay, so I'm in my homework assignment. I go into Blackboard Collaborate, and it opens this up. And it has two. This test mode won't be available. You're going to come in here. Right now it's not available because it doesn't open up till 6:30 tonight. 15 minutes prior you could come in there, but I want to show you what you're going to do. Pretend this is this. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to click on here. I'm George, the student, because I'm George Preview, okay? And hopefully it works. I come in here, and now I'm going to join the session. I had to join the session. Now, I have two things. If you have a camera, I'm going to show you how to set up. If I don't have a camera, I'm still in Blackboard. You got to have a desktop. So you're going to come in here, but you want to talk to me. This is the number you're going to do. You're going to dial in this number, write it down for this. It's going to be different for here. Remember, this is for the test mode. When you click in this one in here for my management one, the cancellation meeting, when you click on there, you have a different number there. It'll be the same number, just have a different pen. So you'll write down the number, and then you'll put in this the pin number, and then what you basically do, you're going to use your smartphone. I got it here someplace. All right, you can use your smartphone as your speaker because you're dialing in like you would anything else. You dial in, oh, this is George, and you still got the computer so you see what's going on. I just don't see your face. Does it make sense? So that's it. Okay, so now I'm going to join the session. Remember, I'm preparing this. It takes a few minutes, and I'm joining as a previewer, as a student. Okay, classroom's empty. Now, when you look at the bottom here, well, follow me. You see what I'm talking about here? You had the microphone, the camera, and here's where you ask questions. You also have this purple slide here that's going to come over here, and this basically is you do your settings, or you can see how many people are in there. Right now, I'm the only one in there, okay? And here's, I forgot what this is. I think you could ask questions. You could type in the old way. We're in the new way. Come on. Technology. Who the heck types? I can't type, okay? Okay, so what I want to do, I could do it two ways. I could come in here and I want to set up my, I want to talk. Okay, so I got my mic on. I want to set up my camera, and it's going to say preview. I want to share the video, and I don't have anything in there. Okay, because I haven't been set up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go into the settings, and I'm going to set up my camera and microphone. Now you can see that my mic is talking. I've got this podcast. I do podcasting, so this is my microphone. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a microphone that I actually talk, so it's a little clearer. Most of you, if you have your webcam or your computer, you'll have the microphone here. You could select which one. See, I could select different ones. So click on it if you can't find it. Some students tried it. It's not working because maybe it's set up for the one that if you're using a webcam or a computer, that you have the right one. So this is the one I'm using, and you can see the sound works well. If I need help, it'll walk you through it, and you could do that 15 minutes prior to 6:30. You could enter. Yes, it's working. Now it's looking for my camera, right? The link. So, but I don't want the link because I'm recording this camera now, so I won't be able to see nothing. So I'm going to use my Logitech link. Okay, and now you could see me. You see, I'm in here, and I'm using this camera here. Do you see what I'm talking about? Because once I have the camera utilized for another program I'm recording, I can't use it here. So now you see me there. Okay, yes, it's working. So now I'm all set. So everything is working. Now I just have to wait. My volume's good. Everything else in there. Now, this is how you raise your hand, okay? Just close it. So now what I want to do is some kind of etiquette. First of all, keep your mics on for the minute. 'Cause you're going to have everyone talking like in the class. No, almost everyone talking. So you'll keep your mic off until you raise your hand. And then when you raise your hand, I will see your hand. I go, okay, George, what do you have? And then you'll lower your hand, okay? You know what I mean? Then you turn your mic off so you don't have the background noise or anything else. The other thing, so I got the mic on, so I'm talking now, okay? And then I want the video always on. Share the video. And share the video, you're going to see yourself always in here. You're going to drop it, but when you're going to be looking at, hopefully this works, at Collaborate, you'll see, I think I could have like 8 or 12 people in here at a time. So whoever raises their hand, once I raise your hand, your video will be on. Try to look at your video. Don't say, I don't want anyone to see me. One thing I want you to remember, when you're being recorded, like I'm being recorded, if somebody comes in here, sometimes I do these sessions, and the husband comes in there, or the wife comes in there. Let's say the husband comes in there, and he's, coming out of the shower. Dude, we're live. Tell your family we're live. Sometimes I had a grandpa come in and say, what are you doing? And the daughter, Dad, I'm in class. Yeah, really? All right. Remember, you're still live. You're broadcasting. Like here, I got my room, this is my office that I work out of at home for my consulting. And also when it's my home office. Okay, let's put it this way. So basically, I keep this area clean. That side, very filthy. Not really, but this is the office where you see. So make sure your background. You could also utilize this at school. Some people do it since the school's closed, or your library. Just have your headphones on and talking. Okay, and then we're set, and that's all you do. Now, if you got to go to the bathroom, you look at your face. Now, what I want you to do is also, you could update your profile, if I'm mistaken, in here. Okay, because once you have this, you can take a picture, and you see when we did discussion board, I think Patricia had her face in here. Here's where you would do my setting, and you put your picture in here. I'll show you in a second. But here, if I want to get out, you could say, I'm going to go away. I'm going to leave the session, because you're leaving completely. I'm leaving, I think I go to a bathroom or something, you know what I mean? So that's all it means. I'm going to go away for a second, go to the bathroom. Then means you're not available, because I'll see everybody that's in here. Okay, are we good? And then when you leave, it tells you you're good for good. Now, when you come in here for my settings, just so you go into my settings, you click on this setting thing here, and that's where I want you to upload your picture. Once you upload your picture in here, you'll have your picture in Blackboard for all your other classes when you're doing a discussion board, and try to get a good picture. You can take any picture you have from your smartphone, and you just, you got on your computer, on your flash drive, everything. You click and drag it in here, and you got your picture, and then we're live, okay? And use this profile picture, or you can even do it from the camera. Copy it from your camera, and it'll do it, okay? So I got that, so I'm finished with that. Okay, change picture, cancel. Okay, are we good? And that's all we have. So let me see. I'm going to leave the session now. And now what I will be doing, I can't do this now. Use your phone for audio. This is where you could click in. Remember, here's you set it up. Repeat an issue. Tell me about Collaborate. Blackboard gives you some information. Are we good? So if I'm going to use my phone for audio, here's the number and the PIN number for that section. Does that make sense? I hope I covered everything else here. So now I'm going to leave the section. Now, I'm not just going to go away for a little bit to the bathroom. I'm actually leaving the session, and it's going to tell me how happy I was. This is Blackboard doing something else. Yes, I was real happy. You did a good job. And submit exit, and now I'm out. Okay, so thanks for helping us, blah, blah, blah. And I'm out, and I'm back into Blackboard. Does that kind of make sense? So remember, you're going to go on your weekly assignments. Here's the videos, remember? So real quickly, here's a Blackboard Collaborator, 6:30. It's question answer. Ask me what you do. Make sure your group and team ready are here. Let me just get out of this student preview. I just want you to stay. Remember, when you're talking to your groups, you're going to come into your group, and the only group you're going to come on here. I see all the groups. You're only going to see your own group. So if I click on Team 1, okay, Team 1. I've got the Cynthia, I got there, Linda. Linda, you got your picture in there. Congratulations. Now I know who you are. I'll just kidding. This way at least you have some information, and then you could do your talk and everything else on there. Are we good? All right, so let's get this out of here. Let's see, student loan. Okay, so I'm out of this, my groups. I'm in my weekly assignments, and we should be doing good, okay? So remember, your team, you have that information. You have your own discussion board between the team members. Now, let's go into our discussion board. So if I'm coming in here, we've got a discussion, and I've got this one connected here, this week's makeup. But, all right, so you go in there, and it tells you everything to do. Remember, you won't be able, when you click on here, You won't be able to see anybody else create a thread till you create your first one. Then you'll see if anyone else did on there. So let's go into this our discussion board here. What I want you to do, remember, you still had the one discussion board, reflection, identify your team, form is closed, that wasn't it. Identify your team. I only have one person who identified their team. We got 3 teams. Get it going. We're in week 3. We're gonna when we come back next Tuesday, it's gonna be week 4. We're gonna be working our teams. Make sure what company. So if I click on this one here, it's still open. Identify your team. I only got Connie. You've got your only team in here, and let's see what she does. I click on this project, and the team, I approved it, and George team. Hi George. We decided to forward as a group. Okay, so this one is forward, so we're all set on here. Do you see how many got a picture? Everything's in here. And now look how easy it is to do the discussion talking about this one. Okay, are we good? So so this is team good 2. You already did it. Team 1 and team 3, come up with a company. Talk among yourself. Don't wait till the last day. So this way you could be prepared. Because what we're going to do Wednesday, we're going to come in there and we're going to start doing our, for lack of better words, we'll be doing our working on our project. I'll be assigning who's doing what, who's doing the finance, who's doing the marketing, who's going to find out about the employee, who's going to find out about the legal, the 7 aspects of the business that you have in here. You're not sure what it is, look at it. It says article review, my finance lab, final paper presentation. You have all the information. Talk about it. Your forums in your groups are only between yourselves. Send each other email. Make sure you always use the Harper College email using the other school. Okay, so you've got that. Okay, my finance. I want to show, I guess some people have some problems. Ask the instructor. I'll help you on that. What I want you to go is to go, look, when you go to my finance, your home lab, click on that. This is my finance lab, okay? It's going to be a little bit longer, but remember, this is like for some needed, some refresher. Here's your course homework news. Here's your assignments, study plan. Here's your media library. Those are looking, how do I get the YouTubes, right? And you continue, okay? Ad popping up, okay? So here's the section where you want to you select all. What chapter am I doing? We're doing chapter 7, stocks evaluation, okay? And then find them, and here's what you have. You have the calculator, you have videos for 1, 2, 3. They walk you through there. You had the spreadsheets for 7. I didn't use the spreadsheets because I was having some issues last time. So and since we missed a couple classes, I don't want to get into making it harder for some people. So I'm just going to eliminate the spreadsheets this way, just regular homework. Let's say we're going to do a stock prices and return, and they basically show you the math to do the homework with it. Okay, so you go in here. And you go in here, real easy.
7.1, stock prices and returns. So you're looking at this.
It gives you the formula, walks you through it. I can't do it any better. I could do this in the classroom, wasting time in the classroom. Here, what does he say? I could go back and forth, okay? So you have that information, all right? Here's your annuity calculator. So it does give you the calculator if you need it. Puts the numbers in, the rate of return. Everything's in there. It doesn't owe you anything, okay? So you have that. So let's go in here. Now that's a financial calculator, media library. Here's my assignments, okay? So here's what I want to show you. You're going to go into week 3. It says Excel, but I took off the Excel. But I put regular problems. I just never changed it. So let's see what I have in here. Okay, you've got question 1, question 2, right? Here's a question. So I'm doing question 1. Here's the question. It's going to ask me something. Give me a second. 1 out of 5. You got 5 questions in that section. Okay, round off to the nearest thing. Boy, I'm not sure how to do that. You got the question here, and it'll tell you to download this, so you can find my lab there. It walks you through it. Or let's say I'm not sure. I'm going to think it's 3. I'm just making this number up. I'm not looking at it. And I go check the answer. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong answer. And here's the formula. For goodness sakes, how else can I do for you? Net present value is the present value. Benefits minus present value cost. Okay, come on, you got it? Now you could go complete it and then put it back here. Question help. Okay, view an example. It tells you, here's the formula. You have an opportunity. It's 61.6. Net present value is what? Works it through. Class. I'm helping you. Remember, you got all the time in the world. You could do it. Answer it, go back. I set it up that way. This is how you learn. Some people know it faster. Some people know less, okay? The question help. You got that example. You go, okay, close. I got what else I got in here? I see text pages. Where's it at? I don't understand it. I can't find it in the book. Help me. Give me a second. Close, because it's coming. It's a little slow. And basically, where's it at? Close, contribute. What it'll basically do, there it is. 8.1 gives you the thing, gives you the form right in the book. You don't have to get the book. Class, this is beautiful. This is how you learn. This is how you learn online. This is how you learn face-to-face. There's no reason that you can't do well on this class. This is where you could do. Remember, math is something, is an animal. That I could talk it. I draw the board, put out a pair. Some people kid us. Some people are bored to heck. Some people need me to repeat it. I'd be in one problem all night long. So this way you have the information. Use this as your turn, all right? So you could use it at your speed. You could look at it, the book, the example, and you'll calculate. Everything is here for you, all right? Make sure you use this system. Fairly close on that, all right? So I've got that, so I'm going to end that. So remember, you're going to my finance course, and it's all the homework. Are we good? All right, so that's about it. So we're back in the weekly assignment. What do you have? Real quickly, you click on here. You have your Blackboard Collaborate. You have your makeup for this class. Look at these videos here. Easy videos. Put the comments on there. This is how you learn. And remember, one thing you have to understand, why people take the online class or blended, in business, you have to learn on your own. I do consulting, I do training once in a while for businesses. I come in there, and here it is, blah, blah, blah. Here's how you move in the program. You take it home. That's the only way you're going to be successful. No one holds your hand. You learn. I'm here as a facilitator, as a coach, to help you learn how to learn. All right? I'll see you tonight. That's it. Let's see how many minutes I got in here. I'm always afraid to look. 26 minutes. That's good. Half an hour. You put up with me. You're getting the points for that later on. All right? You're making up the points. Talk to you later.